But this works perfectly, like I'm really impressed. How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Sazastical, this is King's Pit, let's get to it. Let's start on a pause and we're going to straight away jump into what we're going to have to deal with today. So, we've got 8 ciphers over here and 8 over there, not a problem. However, we do have a lot of manhunter panthers around. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful how we do that. So we're going to get in speed 3. Everyone's locked inside their house. So this is what we're going to prioritize dealing with at the start of the episode. And it's basically going to be we need to open our kill box, but we need to open it in such a time that the panthers aren't going to just run at us. So, right, Coit. Come get spear. And we're just going to start gearing up. Chain shotgun. Right, and then Tickety Boo is the only one that can't fight, so I'm going to wait for the mechs. Alright, so the mechs are beginning their assault. They will run into the manhunting panthers first. So I'd like as much of them to get into combat to start with, just to weaken them up a little bit. Actually, no. Tickety Boo, come get EMP grenades. No, your walk speed is too disgusting. Von, come get EMP grenades. Now I'm gonna drag everyone. Right, Coit. Right, open that door. And then we get everyone into position. Skiz is there just in case. Von, get close. No, actually, chain shotguns up the front. Right, and then we can see the ciphers coming down. They've dealt with our panther threat is dealt with, so that's perfect. I don't think any ciphers actually went down in all that. But we might as well hang them around. Slightly damaged, but nothing to really know. Anyway, let's get into the fun stuff. Actual combat. Tickety Boo, if you've got enough time to grab a bolt action, you can come and join us, but I don't think you will. I feel like this is a solid defense. I suppose how I improve this in the future with our free melee is get rid of that bit, get rid of that bit. No, because they might be able to shoot us from there. This needs to come down a little bit. The ciphers are upon us! We will not falter. Tickety Boo, please join us. That's why I disallow that door, because otherwise Tickety Boo would try and come through that. Okay, I need to pause. Lady, come there. I need to make sure, because I like these EMPs just firing like manually, just so I know they keep going. So if we can get like a pre-stun before they come around a corner, it's just so helpful to our colonists. So I'll zoom in a little bit. So here's the first one. So we get Von. There we go. It will take down the shield belt off Coit, but that's fine. This isn't why we have a shield belt on our melee people. Hopefully I can display this kill box. Obviously Coit needs a better weapon. The Zeus hammer is bonded to Skizzers, but we will work on building more. But this works perfectly. Like, I'm really impressed. So it's another threat we can deal with. This is like a DPS check in many ways. I suppose the real DPS check is when we get several centipedes coming at us all at once. The walls breaking isn't great. Long term, we're going to have to probably double wall the back here, plasteel wall it. Right, so now there's a gap there, and considering they're not ranged, skizzers can then fill that gap. Not that I think they'll push through, but it's just sort of where my mind's at on the kill box, so then, well, you got party people to watch and you can say why you think it's good or why you think it's bad. Right, skizzers, then push forward one more. Just because they're trying to go down here, so if skizzers can sit here, he can just help point. So it just gives us that ability to push forward whenever we need to, which I think is fantastic. And then EMP's done great. Love that.
Hot damn!
Undraft everyone. So that's the Panther threat dealt with, which we will get something, the Harmonizer for, which will be really, really big to put into Laura to hopefully keep everyone's moods up. I'm debating putting it on Nemi though, because Nemi hasn't broken down in years. I'm just having a look at why Nemi is loving life. Foxes, ate fine meal, impressive dining room, slept in the heat. I'll sort that out at some point. Impressive bedroom. Laura, what's your sad youngsters? Unsightly environment. Debating whether to give it to Nemi. Because I can't remember last time Nemi had a breakdown. So pods have arrived. I'm going to give it to Nemi, while I would normally give it to Laura for that +6. Thinking about it, Laura has had a few breakdowns lately. Nemi, especially because of the surroundings he's allowed to live in. Just ignoring all the dirt and everything there, but... So we're going to go health, we're going to operations, and we're going to go euthanize. Install harmonizer, up medicines, go in here. Skizzers, do you mind just cutting open Nemi's brain, please? I like to think he has a USB in his head rather than like they're cutting it open. Operate. So then when Nemi comes into a room, everyone feels his strength, feels happiness. They love their king. Yes, they do. We just need imprints into brains to, like, prove it. Imagine if this went wrong and Nemi died. I give up with this game. Don't. Oh, you're I know the comments. Oh, the medical bay. Like, I can't do anything more with the medical bay. Oh, they're so miserable. I'm not even contacting the combat supplier. I'm just sulking. I'm full sulk. Like, I can't even look at skizzers.
Be gone, vile man! Be gone from me!
Okay, what do we want to do with the rest of our episodes? Cry in the corner. Oh, what a waste. I think why I'm even more upset is because obviously the part gets destroyed, which is just... I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Oh, I'm so sad, party people. Like, how do you do that?
How do you do that? How do you do that? What the hell is going on?
Okay. Okay. Let's not linger on things, right? Rhino come off cooking. Trout go on cooking. So then Rhino is going to sit on research, like so. Laura, I'm going to push back up to 2 on research so we can get more people on research. Right. Put you on 4 just in case you ever get to the point, but I don't think you will. But then we can get... We need some cooks, but then Laura can hopefully jump on... It's going to be after grow and plant cut. But it sort of is what it is. Yeah, because we need to get mortars up, and then we need to increase, like, make our medical bay better, blah, 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 because we're failing too much. Where's Nemi? Oh yeah, Nemi had his brain cut. Please say, like, I was waiting to see, like, his brain, like, had no, like, he was in a coma, like, oh, it's got a cracked skull. It's an operation, Tazastical, where you're cutting someone's skull open, and you thought, yeah, the colonists that can't put prosthetic legs on people can cut into someone's skull and do, yeah, sounds legit, sounds legit. I'm just looking elsewhere. Still got these mortars over here. Right, now let's go area 1. Loads of chicks hatched, loads are dead. Yeah, and people made the right suggestion that we could actually call both these rooms. The only problem with this room is it's very... can be very breach heavy, isn't it? Like this section. This section is the weak spot of the base. It's the one bit of the base we don't really want to get hit. So that's why I'm sort of stalling on it. Right, the corn harvest is coming in. Right, pause. Right, now I smelt peril forever. Just do tainted. Don't do utility. Pause. Okay, I was just making sure that weapon was biocoded. I was like, why are you destroying my weapons? Because there are closes, lots of clothes in here that's tainted, sorry. Yeah, okay. I was just making sure they could still do stuff in the smelter. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep smashing progress. Have we got any more? Lots of gazelles. Lots of gazelles. What we'll do is we'll make chem fuels from organics. Pause. Let's just make 80. Let's not go too crazy, just so we're not using too much of our stocks without me realising. I'll make out of... At the moment, we're going to make out of... gazelle meat, right? And then wildlife, let's hunt a load of gazelles for chem fuel, and the leftover will go on just meals and stuff like that. I feel like that's a good option. Wouldn't mind another... I'm going to pause. So I think I can do something a little bit better here, where I do Von... 1 in Tailor, 2 on Craft. Okay. And then I remove... Trout can stand smithing because you are very good. But I would like you to do smithing, then construct. So then we have 2 constructors. I feel like that's a good idea. Probably still need a couple more colonists and whatnot in that. production. I wouldn't mind an electric smithy just to get some uranium mesas up. So Rhino's doing research. Need to see Laura in research as well, to be honest, but she's going to be bogged down by growing quite a bit. Coit, can you build the sandstone walls up here, please? Trout, can you also, because if there is an attack and we haven't got this bit built, it's going to be very awkward. Doable, but awkward nevertheless. Right, I'm going to build another barricade there, and that. Just so no one can, like, shoot down here. They're all standing on barricades. We do need to expand this, in all honesty. We're just... Right, Nemi's going to hunt. That's fine. I might mine a load of sand. The problem is our miners aren't great. Right, gazelles are coming in. Rhino research, and so we're actually going to get more to research done. Huzzah. Come on, get that research done. Mortars. Okay, so just allow that for the moment as we set up the mortar shells. So we would like... Pause. Just make 10. Just make 10. High explosive shells in Sinuary. We need chem fuel and steel. We have lots of steel. We have no chem fuel. I'm going to make sure these two are both on one on craft. We have a lot of craft jobs that do need doing. I'm even debating whether to bog Trout down with craft tasks as well, but let's see. We're not... We're trying to, like, limit the amount they're doing. So you'd like to think they're okay. Right, construction's going on down here. Lots of slate, so I am going to then start prioritize. Right, then we're building another layer. What this will allow us to do is have enough time if we want to burn any of this. They're still making it around the kill box. Because this kill box hasn't been given as much time as I should probably give to it. So that's another layer on, so we are trying to progress, because actually progression has been fairly slow from my own silliness, in all honesty. So that does leave us a choice of what we would like to do for the research. Are people still bored? Apparently not. No, not quests, research. What did I say I was going to do? I get mortars done. And then turrets, wasn't it? So we need to go to turrets next. We could go sterile materials. Research speed would be multiplied by 50%. We are struggling with that. That would help. There's a lot of steel and some gold. We do have a little bit of gold left over. Tube television, people are saying they're lacking recreation. So we might go into tube television just because they keep saying that they're lacking recreation. So I feel like that would be a good one. That'll increase moods as well. So we might have to put turrets just on the back burner just for a little bit. I'm gonna have to prioritize. Okay, I'm gonna have to prioritize. Oh no, I have. Hella watching Chemfuel not getting made. Yeah, I'm not happy doing Chemfuel out of anything else yet because we haven't really got a load of resources that is just waiting to like be used. Transport pod crash. Beer cook, beer cook, beer cook, beer cook. Oh, what a good colonist. Fast learner, tough, optimist. Definite. Get in the van, get in the van. Absolutely, get in the van. Get in here. Get in here, you silly sausage. That is a good colonist. I didn't see much else about them, but that's a list of sexy stuff that we want. Prisoner, convert. Right, let's have a good look. Hauler and cleaner, I guess, but fast learner, tough, optimist. I love all that. I should have had a look at health. That's something I always forget to. Permanent gunshot in the eye. Oh, is he getting healed? Yeah, Von is. Slowest walker in the colony. Dad can just literally be a hauler and cleaner or a crafter. Oh, this is going up. Lovely. We get tube television, we build a bigger table. I mean, we're going. I feel like we just need to focus our goals a little bit more. The general... I feel like in the last couple of episodes in particular, I can feel us like pushing forward a lot more. So I think we... Obviously, the more colonists has helped. I might just get 1 million colonists to just have fun. The king is a generous king. He's so generous. This statue. The king demands beauty in his bedroom. The king is toiling fields. He gets what he wants. The poor king. Could take Nemi off of art and put that on Coit. Getting close to taking Nemi off of work stuff, which is perfect. The king has had enough. They set the king free. Free King Nemi. Free King Nemi. Free King Nemi. Free King Nemi. Like, it's building. Everyone's asking for it. We're getting this up quite quickly, which is nice. So everything is getting done. Moods are high. Not as high as I would like, but moods are high. But apart from the speed that we're doing things, no, I'm happy.
I've heard you say that 162 times.
And then you're definitely getting converted. As long as fine meals keep coming in, which Skizzers seems to have that on track, and I think having the 2 cooks does help. And Rhino pounding the research. I'm feeling good. Chemfuel must be getting made because there's some mortar shells in the stockpile. So that's quite nice. No incendiary yet, but it just means if a siege or something happens, or to be fair, what's probably going to happen is we're going to use all our mortar shells on these down here. The mortars will shred these, and then if we can get rid of the ship part, not have to leave our base is perfect. This door here can stay open now. I'll keep an eye on our animals. I really like cows, though, I have to admit. You know why Chemfuel's probably not getting made? Because obviously we've got no more gazelle meat. Just making sure Nemi was going in here. I had the impression that he wasn't. Von, when you wake up, can you just equip the knife, just so I remember you are a melee people? So we got 3 people with melee. Doesn't mean we can change our kill box or think about changing it up where we have all 3 of the melee people up front. Which I don't hate. To be fair, I'll just deconstruct that, and we'll just set our 3 melee people in like that, and then I can move them as is. Need more of these clothes to get rid of. Grace. Yeah, but there's tainted stuff there. Must not be able to get smelt. So if I pause, destroy apparel, do forever. No utility. This is just tainted, so then that should mean... So I'm going to get Grace on this just because there's a lot of clothes here that don't really need to be used or just sit there. So if we can't get resources for them, then just get rid of them. Then grab... Okay. There's another shield belt. Equip that shield belt, please. Nice. So all the melee people have shield belts. Just means when we fight against tribal people and stuff like that, I know I'm like really bad for always using EMPs and destroying the shield belts, but that's because half the time it doesn't matter. Or at least the situations don't matter. Right, more gazelles coming in, which is important to get chem fuel. I'll link. I'll grab these 2 shelves, unlink, link. So then it's just these 2 for close, which is much better. You doing, my man? Building more of the kill box. That going up is more impactful than it feels. We're only ever going to see the benefit of that when we get attacked. We've got a caravan, that's fine. A lot of chicks in here that are getting killed. We could probably up the chicken production, in all honesty. So I'm going to up it to the same amount as cows. And have the exact same thing as the cows. Because we're not getting tons of like eggs and milks in. I've been watching it this episode sort of on the sly. So I feel like just having a few more will be much, much better. And especially the amount we're slaughtering. Which is fine. Food is still food, but still. Right, so all the rubbish clothing's gone, so that's really good. Just clears up our kill box very nicely. It's just a shame the kill box is a bit dirty, but... I don't think much, yeah. It's not really worth even killing the chicks. Cargo pods? To make drugs. I don't think we like drugs in our colony, is that right? The king declares drug use is prohibited. Well, if the king declares it, the king declares it. So yeah, allowing more chickens will be much better. Yeah, no hay is really getting harvested, which is fine. It's just Laura can't get off of plant cutting, which is fine, which is fine. How are we getting on with our prisoner? We haven't really checked in too much with Dan. Health. Going very slow. Going very slow. What I've got to remember, and I keep forgetting, I can also do Rhino's ability. I always forget about these abilities. What I blame it on is because I used to play Rimworld like tons. I've got more hours. I mean, at Steam, I've only just hit like 1,000 hours, maybe 1,000 hours, like 1,100. But I used to play it before it was even on Steam, when it used to be emailed to you, and I used to play it tons. And I only just got back into it when I started my YouTube, just because it was like, stay-at-home dad. I need a hobby, I need something to sort of focus on. So I thought, oh, YouTube, perfect. So all these abilities and whatnot, they're still relatively new to me in a way, when I've still played the older versions much, much longer. So I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to get better, party people. We can do it together. With your help, another colony will get a W. Because we haven't had an owl on the channel for a while. Parkins doesn't count. Parkins didn't die. I said with Parkins. If you haven't watched that series, watch it. It's hilarious. The series ends or dies with Parkins. And who knows what's happened? It's not a spoiler, because who actually knows? No one does. This, to me, is very reminiscent of my Cowboy series. And where Cowboy Nation faltered was then we suddenly started building turrets and whatnot. Like, to help us, that is. Tickety-boo became an adult. I don't think we get... We do. Oh, we get a lot. We get a lot. I like leaving an episode on doing something like this. Tickety-boo already is industrious. Plus 35% to... work speeds. That's probably a bit too zoomy. And fast walker. So far, really good colonists. Shame your leg's destroyed, but when we get to like bionic parts, it's going to be a problem. So we can now pick 3 skills for Tickety Boo to increase a passion on. Construction, because construction... Click. Pause. Tickety Boo is currently just mining and hauling and cleaning. So now we're at the point where we can make Tickety Boo really, really useful. So then we could take Trout back off construction. You with me? So, double passion on construction, which would be huge. What else could you help us with? Animals, not really. Melee. Intellectual, maybe. Maybe that's worth a shout just in case. But other than that, maybe animals. No, I'm going to chuck you on melee. Right, and then we can pick a trait. Careful shooter jumps out straight. Remind me what brawler is. I wouldn't mind doing the brawler, the melee thing. The problem is the other melee people we have, I believe, are much, much better. So I think we're going to do careful shooter. So aiming time is plus 25%, but shooting accuracy is plus 5. I think that's the best thing to do. Yeah. And there we go. So then what that means we can do is Tickety Boo can then do 1 on construct. Trout can come off construct, meaning then Trout can focus more on smithing and crafting. Tickety Boo is then going to mine Nemi? Oh, food poisoning. Okay. And then push that down and then push research up. Construct, mine, research. And we just got to keep an eye to make sure we've got enough people that are hauling and cleaning and we're not taking too many people off of that. So far we're loving life. Obviously the goal is to get 2 people on research. Rhino is fine on research. I trust Rhino, sort of. We'll just sit on research. It's to get that second person so we can really push forward with research. Like a little bit more than what we already are. Insult spree, Tickety Boo. What's the matter? 8 without a table. Sort your life out. At some point, look at yourself. Oh, I'm not even on the right screen. Ah! I failed everything. Failed everything. Useless. Absolutely useless. Yeah, work schedule wise, I feel like that's a lot better to get Trout off that, Tickety Boo off that. I feel like I should just end the episode in like dismal disappointing that I couldn't even get the scenes right. I've got 1 job, Tazastical, 1 job to push the buttons, and I can't even do that. Good luck, Colony. Good luck. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. Now, catch you next time, party people. Bye.